Cobra Kai.
Carly,
Jay.
a federal agent is dead.
Oh my God.
A killer is on the loose.
Oh my God.
And the city of angels is about to explode.
I'm exhausted.
But the director of The French Connection, he's back on the streets.
Thank God.
And that movie is To Live and Die in LA.
Wow.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jason.
I'm Carly.
Or Jay.
Or Carly.
Car. What up, Car?
See.
I don't think I've ever called you
Carly.
short for
No,
anything.
you can't.
So To Live and Die in LA, directed by the wonderful, the late, the great
The one and only.
William Friedkin. And I'll tell you what, To Live and Die in LA was freaking awesome.
It was freaking awesome. I see what you did there.
Because I never saw it before.
I hadn't either. My first time.
This movie has been on my radar for a pretty long time. After we saw Sorcerer, I think a couple theaters were screening To Live and Die in LA.
I feel like Vidiots played it or something.
Vidiots did it. American Cinematheque did it. And I just kept ignoring it because I'm like, it's on DCP. I can watch that at home on my couch if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Glorified Blu-ray. You know how it does.
Yeah.
But the wonderful New Beverly Cinema in West Hollywood, California did a screening of it.
A double feature even.
A double feature, which we're going to split this in two.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about those two movies on the double feature, but we're splitting this and throwing them super randomly so you won't even know. And maybe we'll be wearing different shirts. Who knows?
Maybe.
So New Beverly, they screened this movie with another movie. And it was great.
I didn't know what to expect because I've seen many of William Friedkin's movies, but it's been a long, The Exorcist is definitely the most recent one that I've seen. And so it's been a long time since I kind of knew what the vibe of his movies. And so I wasn't really sure what to expect. I've heard obviously amazing things about this movie. It's been on my radar for a while. But I knew it was one of those movies that I wanted to see in theaters. I wanted my full attention to be on the screen. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we saw it that way.
I 100% agree. So this movie, I'm going to read the IMDb synopsis over here. A fearless Secret Service agent will stop at nothing to bring down the counterfeiter who killed his partner.
Oh my God.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
This movie stars William Peterson, which he was in Hannibal. Not Hannibal, but
Silence of the Lambs.
The other one. The one that is red, Manhunter.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking Mindhunter, and I was
wait, hold on. Is it Manhunter or Mindhunter?
that's what just happened to you happened in my brain.
Manhunter. He played Will Graham.
Yes.
Michael Mann's Manhunter.
Yes.
So William Peterson, that's what he's known for. But then we get a little baby, Willem Dafoe.
I love seeing baby Willem Dafoe
I thought it was great.
He is just so enigmatic. He really commands that screen whenever
he does now.
Yeah.
Any movie he's in.
Yeah.
The latest Poor Things. I mean, with all that makeup on and stuff, but homie's clearly a chain smoker.
Yes.
So his, he looks great. I love it though. I fucking love that. He's a fucking man, He probably drinks whiskey for all I
feel like I haven't seen him as his younger self in many movies. I mean, I've seen him in obviously as a younger person, but I feel like his face was kind of gaunt. Dude, but in this movie, he was I was like, okay, Willem, you're kind of a babe.
Yeah. But that's what I'm looking right now, and I'm like, I can't even think of just other movies that he was in before this one. I mean, this is from 1985. The making. To Live and Die in LA is from 1985. Did you know, as I'm looking at this, I think you'll appreciate this, he was in Speed 2?
Yes, he's the villain in Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Oh, wow.
With Sandra Bullock.
Not Jason Patrick. He's not in it at all. But Streets of Fire. You know what? This is right. Okay. I do remember him in Streets of Fire now.
Yeah.
And damn, he was in The Hunger. He was the second phone booth youth in The Hunger.
Wow. These are before.
These are before To Live and Die in LA. Okay. After To Live and Die in LA, he was in the Hitchhiker TV series, which was really awesome. I don't know if you remember that.
It
was like-
no, I
Not the
haven't.
movie. It was like an HBO series in the, well, this was 1986.
I love the
great.
Hitcher original one. I feel like the first movie that I can remember seeing him in was Platoon, and that was a couple movies after this one.
Yeah, he really took off, I think, after this movie.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. He was so good. William Peterson, I thought, was really good. Then you get John Turturro.
John Turturro.
John Turturro.
Yeah.
You get him in it.
Yeah, I love him.
You get Robert Downey Sr.
Yep.
You get him in it.
Yep. Banger of a cast.
There's something great about this movie, and I'm going to say that a lot of great, solid one-liners, which I just feel is just a William Friedkin thing.
Yes. The man of one-liners. I feel like I need to rewatch this again just to like store them all in my memory
Oh, yeah.
because I want to use them
Yeah.
on a daily basis.
Yeah, the one that's been
I'd
currently...
probably get fired, however.
It's great. It's okay. Fuck them. The one that's currently been on my mind is when she says like, "Oh, what about my money?" And then you got William Peterson's character, which his name is Richard Chance.
Yeah, Chance.
Richard Chance. Just quickly replies with,
Uncle Sam doesn't give a shit about you. If you want bread, go fuck a baker.
"Dad, like, they don't write them like they used to. They don't write them like they used to. What the hell? That's definitely like." I'm pretty sure Quentin Tarantino sits in his office like, "I wish I could use that line. That's such a good line."
The theater erupted.
Oh, it was so good.
It was
It
so
erupted so
good.
much that I didn't hear the second part until you said it.
Yeah.
Until you told me. I was just like, amazing. That's amazing. That's so good. Just solid one-liners like
Yeah.
that. Well, that's not really a one-liner, but there's just a lot of like quotes that are, it's very
Zingers,
quote,
if you
yeah,
will.
zingers yeah, in this movie. All right, so let's talk about To Live and Die, or do I don't want to, I'm trying to think of a way to spoil it, but for us to talk about the pies that we have today and the reason why I chose these.
I want, spoiler alert.
There's a bit of a spoil. You know, once again, this movie came out in 1985. This movie's
Yeah.
37, 38 years old.
Can I be honest though? I feel like even if you know where the movie's going, it's still entertaining as fuck. Like,
Oh, 100. I mean, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell you expected?
it's fine. Where you think it's going is probably where it's going.
Exactly. Unless the crazy twist at the very end of the movie.
Oh yeah, that's
When,
which I could do without.
I could have totally done without it, but you know what? This is now the reasoning of the pie.
Love it.
All right, so Chase's partner, John Volkovic,
Yeah,
if that's how you say it properly. He's such a fucking bitch throughout the entire
he
movie.
really is.
He's a bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, I don't want to do this. We're cops.
Oh my God.
My uncle was a cop. My cousin was a cop.
Yeah.
Fucking blah, blah. I'm a cop."
Yeah, why
Just
are you
a-
telling me this?
Bitch throughout the entire movie.
Literally was going to turn his partner in. Went to
Yeah.
the lawyer.
He went to a lawyer and everything.
Yeah.
'Cause some crazy shit happens. I'm not going to give 100%. I'm trying to be as spoiler free as possible. with
Yeah.
this. But something happens. And then Volkovic at the end of the movie, this guy, he's got his fucking glasses on. He's got these
deep
dark, he's got
V.
this deep V fucking jacket. I don't even think he's wearing a shirt underneath
Oh,
of it.
he's not.
He's got
Chest
the
is out.
jacket, chest is out. And he's just this whole other person. He's pretty much like Chance's protege.
Yeah, he's literally mini Chance.
Yeah. So this pie, we got apple pie
Yeah.
and blueberry pie.
Yeah.
The lightness of Volkovich, the darkness of Volkovich.
Oh, I love it.
I couldn't think of anything for it.
It's because it's like apple pie is like your standard
sweet.
classic, but then he's like, just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. I'm dark.
I'm going to be mean to you.
Yeah.
It's not going to make sense.
Yeah, you work for me now. Literally the line
Last
that he
line of the
says.
movie.
Yeah. I think it was the last line of the movie. You work for me now.
You work
and it just ends on the girl's face and she's like, "Oh,
She's like,
fuck."
come on.
So that's why I picked these two
Love it.
for that. But which one did you do?
I had the crust of the blueberry.
Okay.
I'm going to try the apple now.
The apple's good.
I believe it's apple cider.
Oh.
Can you taste the difference?
I mean, it just tastes like apple pie.
It's good.
It's good. I'm not hating. I like the blueberry actually better. Let's talk about To Live and Die in L.A. In 1977, William Friedkin's Sorcerer came out, which is just a great movie.
If you haven't seen it.
Go see it. Then he makes The Brinks Job in 1978. Well, it comes out in 1978. I don't know what that is. I never saw it.
I've never heard of it.
It was reviewed well.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go down.
Unsurprisingly, if it was after Sorcerer, because that movie was a banger.
Yeah. Then in 1980, he comes out with The Banger, cruising. No pun intended.
But maybe a little.
Maybe a little. And that movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you guys have not seen Cruising,
Cruising.
go check it out. And then he does an episode of the 1980s Twilight Zone. The episode was called Nightcrawler, which I don't really remember. I wasn't that big of a fan of the 1980s Twilight Zone. There was a couple.
Yeah, I preferred the other ones.
Totally. The OGs.
But I'd be willing to visit that.
I would like to revisit some of the Twilight Zone episodes that like major directors did.
Oh.
Because there's a plethora of them.
That's a good idea.
I'm drawing a blank on some of the other ones, but yeah, he did that one. And then also you got Button, which is the original version of The Box that Richard Kelly made. It's the extended version. Richard Matheson wrote it. So it's just little things like that.
Yeah.
That I would like to pick and choose of which ones to watch. 'Cause I know like Joe Dante directed some.
I like rarely paid attention to, because I watch the Twilight Zone fairly often, but it's just going. So,
Yeah.
but sometimes you'll look over and you'll be like, I know that bird. I know that guy.
Totally. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He also made Deal of the Century before the Twilight Zone episode. But that movie, which I never saw, and it
never
wasn't
saw it
reviewed
either.
well.
I think I only saw the hits of William Friedkin.
That's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah. I want to see the non-hits.
I do too. And he really doesn't have that many movies.
Yeah.
I mean, he does, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
For having such a long career. I mean, he started out in 1967.
Yeah.
I saw like the documentary, which you can watch on YouTube for free. Sorry. But you can't find it anywhere to buy. So I'm going to watch it on a...
The people have to find it somewhere.
Yeah. But it's like a documentary on a, like a convict that's in prison and for like, he's on like death row or some shit. And like apparently making this documentary like made the guy, like they realized like he wasn't
love
guilty.
that.
Yeah, so that was like his very first thing that William Friedkin did.
That's so interesting.
1967, something like that. I forget.
Wow.
But anyway, so he comes back strong with To Live and Die in LA.
Real strong.
Real strong. I don't know what he did after this. I forget. But so he comes back with that. Friedkin does everything practical. And I think that's why on the poster it says like Friedkin's back. The director of The French Connection is back on the streets. Which The French Connection, the notoriously filmed with like no permits and stuff like that, and just like there were no stunt I think there was like a stunt driver for some of the stuff, but a lot of it was just the actors driving. They didn't shut down the streets or anything like that. So I think that's why they played on this, because apparently, and I say apparently because this is just what the internet says, but apparently the car scene chases were filmed without a permit to help amplify the intensity.
That sounds crazy to me.
I don't believe it though, because those car scenes are pretty intense.
They're really intense. And like the thought that any of the cars that were also on the street during, especially the one where they're getting away from all of the other cars. I don't want to say like what they're getting away from, but like the shit goes down and then they like hightail it out of there and they're on the freeways. Like the thought that any of those other cars not being picture cars is terrifying.
Exactly. Which brings us to Robbie Mueller, the wonderful director photographer. He's really known for getting like natural lighting and not really using lights. Repo Man is a great suggestion of that. Paris, Texas. I'm trying to think of just some other movies. He does a lot of Jim Jarmusch movies.
Okay. Those are very stylized.
Yeah, and even like this movie too. It's like the sun setting, like this. The LA skies look so nice. He's done a lot, but he's known for just like getting shots with no lighting and just being like, how the fuck did you get that with no lighting? Dude's a genius. However, dude was not a genius for filming car scene chases. He didn't shoot any of the car scene chases because he didn't know how to. So
who'd they bring in?
They brought in the second unit director, which was Robert D. Yellman. I don't know if I'm saying his last name properly, but Robert D. Yellman went on to be the cinematographer for most of Wes Anderson movies now.
Really? That is a fun fact.
He even did the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, which is that the one with all the female? Yeah, I never saw that one.
I think so. That's really
Bridesmaids.
wow.
Get him to the Greek. Whip It. Yes Man. Red Eye. What?
I love that, like, Yes Man's
Dogma.
just been popping up, like, and Jason Segel in general, because I've just been talking about how I've been revisiting all of those movies. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's done.
And so he just did the car scene or the car chases.
Well, he was the second unit director,
Okay,
but
but they
came
brought him in. Okay,
to do that, which I thought was pretty interesting because I'm like, Robert Yeoman. Why do I know that name? Well, it's because
because he
Yeoman
did
went on
all
to
of these other things.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The car chase sequence took 6 weeks to shoot, which I kind of fucking believe.
I believe that, especially if they didn't have a permit.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we got a little bit. We're good for today.
Yeah.
So it was the last thing that they shot, apparently, so that if anything happened to the principal actors, the filmmakers would at least have the bulk of their movie completed without having to replace anybody. I don't know how true that is. This is all internet research, so I don't know. But I found it so fucking fascinating and genius at the same time.
Hilarious.
And funny.
Please sign this waiver.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Apparently the cast and the crew would stay at a big house in Brentwood or Beverly Hills so that everyone became friendly.
Nice.
Except for Willem Dafoe and Peterson. Mm-hmm. They stayed apart so they can keep that rivalry
That feels
going
right.
on. In the beginning of the movie, we're seeing how counterfeit money is made.
Which I thought was absolutely fascinating.
It's so good.
I wanted to watch like a documentary on that because I didn't.
Why?
I want to know. Take me through it step by step.
So not why. That's how they really did it.
No, I know, but I want to know. I have questions.
What do you have questions for? You literally they had the guy. So this movie's based on a book written by a guy who worked as a secret agent.
Yeah.
Mainly did stuff with the president and stuff like that, but then worked into like the counterfeit money situation. And then, so they brought on set people who knew how to make counterfeit money to actually be there. So we're literally seeing how you make counterfeit money.
My question
What
is.
are your questions?
My main question was, what do they put in the dryer with the money? And is it to like pulverize it to like bring out that like paper fiber part? Like how?
I think it's that. I think it's like pretty much those two things combined.
And then like how
Wrinkle it up, you know?
because they like I don't know. I was just like I wanted to, like a step by like not that I want to counterfeit money, but I was so fascinated by.
I do.
All right. I was so fascinated with how they bring in like the negatives and like what he was doing and like repainting over and how they bring in the serial number. Like there was just so many things that I was just enthralled with that scene. Like I wanted to know more about the logistics, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, me too.
Did you ever watch that? I think it was on like HBO. If you ever watched like kid programming on HBO when we were younger, and it was like how this was made or whatever.
I was about to say real sex. That's not a kid show.
I
Never
mean,
mind. No, I don't know what that is.
oh, well, they would just like take you through, and that's what it reminded me of, like making a tuba or like making a record, like and the steps of like. I don't know. And that's what that whole sequence reminded me of.
Interesting.
Making counterfeit money for children. So yeah, very fast. The whole counterfeit money thing was completely fascinating to me.
So interesting. Apparently when they were on set, because they made counterfeit money at that point, like they had to like, hold on.
Did they need to get like a permit for that?
So during the opening, when Masters, Willem Dafoe's character, is printing money, the film crew is actually creating counterfeit bills. A convicted counterfeiter was on set showing them how it's done. They were filming out in the desert, and Dafoe said that every time a helicopter flew over the building, they were sure it was the police coming to arrest them all.
That's amazing. I
Which
love that.
he says in that making of. So I believe that little piece of internet research.
We're making a movie.
Yeah,
Like what?
Apparently, the whole opening sequence of the movie was an afterthought. Because the original writer of the book, when he would serve, be secret agent for the president and stuff like that, none of that was originally in the movie. I mean, you take that scene out, it's not that at all.
Yeah.
You don't ever know that.
Yeah.
So they added that in as an afterthought
That's interesting.
to just kind of like show more of like what this guy does.
Yeah.
Still does not a spoiler, I guess, But Chase is he's a fucking dick.
I hate him,
He is a dick. I mean, he's the main character. He comes off like the hero,
but he's an asshole.
but he's a fucking dick,
like
dude.
the entire time that we were watching the movie, I just wanted him to get it. Like, I was like, there's no way I'm supposed to be rooting for this guy. I was like, I know that Willem Dafoe is the villain, but I would prefer him to just get away scot-free.
Dude, honestly, it's like that blueberry pie is so good.
It's really
Wow.
good. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know. I'm trying
Sorry.
to eat the apple first.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna save that one now. Yeah, part of me actually wanted to, like Defoe's definitely like Willem Dafoe is definitely the villain where it's like Joker. Mm-hmm. You like I'm trying to think of like other really awesome just villains that you're rooting for the villain. Mm-hmm. Masters, Defoe's character, is very much in that scenario where you're rooting for him. Like, dude's awesome.
Yeah.
He's fucking charismatic. He's got the babe. He's got the drugs.
Like,
he's
he
got
does
the shit.
shitty things, but there's like reasons for them. And
Totally.
even when it's not a spoiler alert because it's literally in the IMDb summary, but like when he kills the partner or whatever, he's like, you were at the wrong place at the wrong time.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything that he does, there's like a reason behind
Mm-hmm.
it. And like, he's very calculating in a business way. He's not greedy.
No.
Like, he doesn't print all of this money for himself. Like, he's got morals. He has standards.
Yeah.
Whereas our hero, Chance, doesn't have morals, doesn't have standards, just wants what he wants. He wants it now. He wants everybody to fall into place. If you don't go along with what he's saying, he'll just berate you and tell you you're a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude sucks.
Like, he literally tells the prostitute that he sleeps with, who works at a strip club, who apparently just needs cash all the time
Yeah.
to get by, has a kid.
Yeah, that he'll throw her in jail.
He straight up says, because she'll be like, oh, what do I get out of it?
Yeah.
I won't let you have to go to jail again.
Yeah,
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Chase.
he sucks.
Sir.
Yeah. He doesn't
You're
even
not a good
pretend.
human.
No.
He
No.
doesn't pretend.
He is the worst. I was just like, someone take him out.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. The score
Yeah.
done by William Chung?
Wang Chung.
Wang Chung. Thank you.
Which I was looking at William Friedkin's past filmography. And one of the things that he did before this was the Wang Chung music video for To Live and Die in LA.
That's not for...
It was
This
before
movie?
this movie
Oh,
came
really?
out.
Oh, okay. For a movie that is an hour and 56 minutes long, I think it sped by pretty
Yeah.
quick.
I wonder if they released that before.
That's what I'm
'Cause
curious
it was the same
about.
year. It was before Twilight Zone.
Interesting.
So maybe they worked on it at the same time.
Maybe. Possible.
Yeah.
Kind of curious if our homeboy Will was just like, look, I need the music for when I'm filming. I need masters to know the boom boom.
Yeah. And the piano part that Jay and I both were like, My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance. Because it's literally just like bing, ding,
That piano.
ding. I'm just like, when I was. It's a great movie though. Mm-hmm. I like. Here's a tagline: Detroit, Chicago, New York, Miami. We're like this. This is the city of angels. This is LA. What a tagline!
So good.
I forgot you can see quotes on IMDb.
Oh, on IMDb.
Fuck.
Tell me the John
I'm
Turturro
looking.
one.
Oh, I love the line. Why are you chasing me? Why are you running?
Yeah.
And then he says, because you're chasing me, man.
Why are you chasing me? Why are you running?
I got a friend in Palm Springs, Len Green. He owns the Oasis. Do you know him? I got a friend in Hollywood, Donald Duck. You know him? It's like, what?
I love that. I'm scrolling on IMDb right now, and under plot details, the first one is male frontal nudity.
Is there?
That's the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what part you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carl Cody, John Turturro's character, Richard Chance, says, Masters is your friend. I don't blame you. I would never hang up a friend. Anybody who would is a piece of shit. Thing is, your friend tried to have you iced. Carl Cody, John Turturro's character, says, that doesn't mean I'm going to roll over and play informer. If you're looking for a pigeon, go to the park.
That's it. That's the one.
To Live and Die in LA. Great movie.
Great movie.
Another banger by the one and only William Friedkin.
Yeah.
I think I want to go on a William Friedkin kick and just watch all of his features.
I've thought about it.
Pretty much watched this, Exorcist. I mean, Sorcerer wasn't too long ago. So it was kind of recent, but I might just revisit it again because it's just so fucking good. Anything else you want to say about To Live and Die in LA?
Loved it.
Loved it. It's very good. I highly recommend. But that concludes this episode. You're beautiful.
You are.
You're beautiful. Do you remember that line? You didn't even know. You didn't
I
realize.
was like, you. No.
You're beautiful. Right? Is it that? That's what he says, right?
They
Defoe's.
both do. They both do.
Yeah, well, William Defoe says it first. He's like,
Yep, and then
"You're
Chance does it
beautiful."
to be like a dick.
Yeah. Beautiful. So, but you're beautiful. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
You're beautiful.
Bye.